6 strange archaeological discoveries that you will be shocked to see. Number 1. Miniature Coffins of Scotland. In June of 1836, a group of village boys in Scotland set out for a rabbit hunting on a rocky hill known as Arthur's Seat. However, their attention was soon drawn to a small hidden cave behind 3 slate slabs in the northern part of the hill. Upon entering the cave, these boys were confronted with 17 small miniature coffins arranged in 3 rows on the cave wall and connected with nails. 16 of these coffins were arranged in 2 rows of 8, while the 3rd row had only 1 coffin. Each of these coffins contained humanoid figures with painted faces and variously styled clothing. The initial assumption of the people of that era was related to witchcraft, as Scotland and especially Edinburgh had a dark history of witch trials documented. Between the 16th and 18th century, 4,000 to 6,000 people were executed and burnt at the stake on charges of witchcraft. Another bizarre and mysterious theory regarding these coffins links them to the infamous serial killers of Scotland, William Harr and William Burke, who gruesomely murdered 17 individuals during those years. However, the secret of these coffins still remain unclear, and no one knows how and by whom these figurines were placed inside that cave and for what purpose. Number 2. The Book of the Dead in Egypt. Read, my son, the secrets of the past and future that have now reached you from afar. From eternity to the present, humanity has not solely lived in this world. He has lived in different places, at different times, and in numerous worlds. The doors will now open, and all the dark passages that have existed from the beginning will be illuminated and revealed. Our faith has taught us eternal life. Now we understand that eternity has no beginning or end. It is an endless cycle. Therefore, according to the law of the circle, if one thing is real, the rest are also real. These sentences are written in the Book of the Dead in Egypt, originally compiled from text on the walls of pyramids, stone slabs, papyrus sheets, sarcophagi, and burial items, forming 200 chapters. The ancient Egyptians had only one purpose in writing all these texts around 1500 years before Christ: to guide and show the path to their deceased in the world of the dead. In ancient Egypt, on the linen used to mummify the body, writings were inscribed on coffins and tablets inside tombs, containing parts of these texts and spells. In this way, the deceased person was equipped for the journey into the world of the dead. These people believed that by reading these sentences, the departed would find peace and with the guidance provided, navigate their way in the afterlife. Additionally, the texts contained instructions that the individual must follow before facing the judgment of the gods in the Hall of Osiris. After passing through all these stages, the individual must ultimately come before Osiris and 42 judges for a strict and precise judgment of their deeds during their earthly life. If the heart of the person is lighter than a feather, indicating a righteous life, they are accepted into the peaceful paradise and kingdom of Osiris. On the other hand, if the heart is even slightly heavier, the soul is returned to another body to undergo another trial. Number 3. Underground City in Derinkuyu. To this day, over 100 tunnels and underground cities have been discovered on Earth. Meanwhile, the underground city located in the Cappadocia region of Turkey is considered the largest example of its kind. Nevertheless, the story of the discovery of this underground city is intriguing in itself. In 1963, a villager intended to repair the internal sections of his house. In the process of breaking down one of the walls, he came across the entrance to a large cave. Initially terrified, the man eventually succumbed to his curiosity and decided to venture into the cave. As he explored further, he encountered winemaking rooms, oil presses, stables, dining halls, a temple, and a school. Finally, after a few days, he reported the adventure to the authorities of Turkey. Subsequent investigations revealed that it was not just a cave but an ancient 17th-floor underground city capable of accommodating 20,000 people. According to reports, this city dates back to the 1st century AD, and it was where the first Christians sought refuge to escape the oppression of the Roman Empire. They continued their lives and activities in this underground city. It is also worth noting that according to one theory, all 37 discovered underground cities in Cappadocia region are connected to each other through tunnels that stretch for several kilometers. If you enjoyed the video so far, like and subscribe. Number 4. The Grave of the Keltwoman. Approximately 2,200 years ago, during the Iron Age, the Celt tribes buried a woman of their own kind inside the trunk of a tree. A sheepskin coat, a scarf, and several gifts were among the items discovered in her grave. In accordance of experts, this woman, who was around 40 years old at the time of her death, was a prominent and wealthy figure of her era. In addition to the mentioned items, valuable amber stones, rings, and gold bracelets were also found inside her grave. Further examinations conducted on the body led archaeologists to conclude that this woman did not engage in strenuous physical activities common among women of that period. Moreover, studies on her teeth revealed traces of starch and sugary substances, indicating her aristocratic and affluent status. This grave, located in Zurich, Switzerland, is the oldest burial site discovered in the country to date. Number 5. The Rosetta Stone. The Rosetta Stone, also known as the Rashid Stone, was discovered in 1799 in Egypt when Napoleon Bonaparte's soldiers were excavating the location for the construction of a fortress. Weighing approximately 1 ton, this stone constitutes one of the most significant discoveries in the history of archaeology. It played a key role in deciphering ancient hieroglyphic scripts to the extent that until the discovery of the Rosetta Stone and its subsequent acquisitions by the English in the modern era, no information was available regarding ancient Egyptian writings. Upon the discovery of the Rosetta Stone, it became apparent that the inscriptions on it were written in 3 different languages. The upper and middle portions of the stone were inscribed in hieroglyphs and Demotic scripts, while the lower portion was inscribed in Classical Greek. When researchers compared the upper text with the Greek text, they successfully revitalized these 2 dead languages. This breakthrough enabled the reading and, more importantly, the comprehension of thousands of writing left from the ancient Egypt. It is highly likely that if the Rosetta Stone did not exist or had not been discovered, humanity would never have been able to decipher hieroglyphic texts. Number 6. The cause of Tutankhamun's death. Tutankhamun, a pharaoh who ruled over Egypt between 1332 and 1323 BCE, lost his life at a very young age. As the last member of the 18th dynasty of Egypt, he was associated with one of the most powerful royal families of ancient Egypt. Consequently, those who ascended to the throne after him made extensive efforts to erase his name from Egypt's history. One of the most pressing questions about Tutankhamun is the cause of his death. After the discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb in 1922 by Howard Carter, various theories about the cause of his death were proposed. While some historians believe he died due to a fall from his chariot, others associate his death with foul play. However, it became evident that Tutankhamun's death was not caused by any of these factors. The cause of his death traced back to a hereditary genetic disease resulting in intra-family marriages, which were common and accepted at that time. Royal families, in order to maintain power within the family and preserve racial purity, frequently engaged in marriages between siblings. At that rate, genetic diseases became one of the most prevailing issues among the children and subsequent generations of these families. For instance, DNA analysis of Tutankhamun revealed that he suffered from a type of bone disorder known as osteonecrosis, which forced him to walk with a cane throughout his life. The discovery of more than 100 canes in his tomb precisely reflects this condition. Furthermore, scientists believe that this young pharaoh faced additional challenges, such as cleft lip, a deformed skull, and a weakened immune system. According to them, these issues fully justify the cause of his premature death. We appreciate your presence with us until the end of the video. To watch more of Top Show, please subscribe to our channel and activate the notification bell. Until the next video, take care.